Welcome back, everybody, to the Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 23. Today, our Titans have an opportunity to advance to the Super Bowl. We're facing off against our division rivals, the Jacksonville Jaguars, here in the AFC Championship with a spot in the big game on the line. Our Titans are this close to making the Super Bowl for the first time in multiple decades, and we'll see if they can get the job done today against their rivals in Jacksonville. So in the last episode, we had the divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs, and it ended up being a wild game. We started off really poorly, down 17-3 halfway through the second quarter, and then something kind of clicked for us. We really started to play well, and ultimately the game ended up going into overtime. This might be the first two-possession overtime win I've ever seen. The Titans started with the ball, kicked a field goal, and then on the other end of the field, the Chiefs were driving until a game-winning pick six from Caleb Farley punched the Titans' ticket into the AFC Championship game. We lost to the Chiefs last year in the playoffs, so it was really nice to be able to get revenge on them in what ended up being a really exciting game. Romeo Colucci's playoff debut did not exactly start off on fire. He did not have his best game by any means, but everybody else really produced. And the way I look at it is, if Romeo's going to play like this and we still win, just imagine how we're going to perform when Romeo has himself a good game. So this is what the playoff bracket now looks like. In the NFC, you've got two historic franchises with the Cowboys and Niners, who have 11 combined championships. And then in the AFC, you have us and the Jaguars, both of whom have never won a Super Bowl. We're very familiar with the Jaguars team. We play against them twice each season, and they've really become our main rival within this franchise series. We obviously won the division over them by just a couple of games. We split the regular season series, losing in week 2 on the road 27-24, but then getting revenge at home in week 18 in a game that literally decided the division. The Jaguars have plenty of talent on both sides of the ball, and obviously it starts with my long-locked brethren, Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Lawrence has improved pretty steadily throughout his NFL career and is now having his best season yet. Lawrence is no stranger to the big moment. As a college freshman, he won the national championship with Clemson and is looking to get back into a championship game here with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the reason why the Jaguars drafted him number 1 5 years ago, was to propel their organization to a Super Bowl, and they've obviously invested a lot of money in him to do so. They've got plenty of weapons on the offensive side of the ball for him to throw to. Alvin Kamara, James Robinson, Bryce Berry, Kendrick Bourne, Allen Robinson, Cole Kmet. And then defensively, they're really solid. They've got a good pass rush led by Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker. They've got a pretty good secondary led by Javon Holland. This is a really, really good team, and we've got our hands full, but I think we have what it takes to win and advance to a Super Bowl. I think our team is good enough to make a run to the championship. I think they've earned this opportunity as we look to make history and hopefully have the first rookie quarterback to ever be the starter of a championship team. We're 2 games away from the goal. We were able to win our first playoff game of the year. Let's see if we can get another one here in the AFC Championship at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars with a spot in the Super Bowl on the line. Let's not waste any more time and hop right on into it at home at Nissan Stadium. The 2025-26 AFC Championship. The Tennessee Titans have an opportunity to advance to the Super Bowl for the first time in a long time. Their opponent is a team who has never played in the Super Bowl, being the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've made the AFC Championship before, but have never gotten past it. Could today be the day for Jacksonville? The Titans will start on offense, and we will get a look at the rookie Romeo Colucci, who also is no stranger to the big game. He won 4 college football playoff games during his time at Oklahoma, obviously leading the Sooners to a national championship appearance last year, in which they lost to the juggernaut Ohio State Buckeyes. The Titans are already backed up on a 2nd and 21 after a penalty. Romeo Colucci does a great job of escaping the pocket and makes up all of the penalty yardage and then some, gaining 17. That'll bring us to a big 3rd and 4 as Colucci looks to throw it, goes downfield for Pickens, who drops the ball. That was right in his hands, an easy gain of like 30. and it's all for naught. Good start for Jacksonville as Terrence Carter with the play, gaining 23 yards, moving the chains for the Jags. We'll see if they can set the tone here, similarly to how the Chiefs did in the divisional round, as Caleb Farley drops what could have potentially been a pick six. He had the game winner last week and nearly got another one there. 3rd and 8, Lawrence under pressure, goes downfield, and he connects with a wide-open Cole Kmet, who brings it to the 22. Big gain for the Jaguars on 3rd down. We'll see now that they're at the 22-yard line if they can punch it in and take an early lead. On 2nd and goal from the 1, it would be Alvin Kamara who punches it in for the score, and so the Jaguars now lead it 7-0. Good start here in the opening few minutes for the Jags, but that's exactly what we said about the Chiefs last week, and it obviously didn't turn into a win for them. Nice first down play there for Tennessee, trying to get the short passing game rolling early. Here's Elijah Bryant with a nice run upfield. He gains around 15 yards. Bryant didn't play his college ball too far from Jacksonville at the University of Florida. 2nd and 8, there's Kyle Pitts, another former Florida Gator, to the 32. And now the Titans are starting to move it down the field here on this drive. Back to Bryant with room. Elijah Bryant runs around the receiver Burks, and he gains 12. Another good run for Bryant, and the Titans have it in the red zone. 3rd and 7. Scotty Pickens open up the middle of the field, and he will get it to around the 6. Pickens was pretty quiet last week against Kansas City. The Titans are hoping he can perform a little bit better today, as on 3rd and goal, Elijah Bryant punches it in, and we are tied up at 7. Good drive for the offense. They needed that one. They certainly don't want to see this game turn into a blowout, because not every game is going to be like last week where you can come back from a big deficit. So now we're tied at 7. Flag on the play as Bryce Berry gains 15 on the final play of the first quarter. And the Jaguars are going to get an additional 15 as they call a roughing the passer against Azeez Ojulari. So that'll wrap up the first quarter. It's been a pretty competitive game so far, 7 apiece. We'll see if either side can really take momentum here in the second quarter, or if we could be looking at another very tight game, just like the AFC divisional round last week. 2nd and 1. Nice play from Allen Robinson. He brings it to the 22. The Jags offense is driving down the field very efficiently once again. 1st and goal from the 9. Lawrence looks for the end zone, and it is caught for a score. Kendrick Bourne makes the play. He was born ready. And so the Jaguars now lead it 14-7. 2 drives and 2 touchdowns for Jacksonville. We'll see what the Titans can do as Treylon Burks makes the play. He gains around 13 yards. We'll see if the Titans can potentially tie it up here on this possession as it's a handoff for Elijah Bryant looking to outrun the defenders, and he will. Good run for Bryant, who's gotten off to a red-hot start in this game. But unfortunately, Scotty Pickens is injured. He would later be diagnosed with broken ribs. He won't be able to return to the game, and if the Titans win and go to the Super Bowl, he will not be available. So the Titans will be without their number 1 receiver for the rest of his playoff run, which really sucks. Not that Pickens has been all that good so far in the playoffs, but it goes without saying. That is a huge loss. So now the Titans are going to need to lean on the run game more than ever as Derrick Henry brings it to the 35. 3rd and 2 now. Kalochi looks to throw it, and he is sacked. Josh Allen and friends bring him down, and that'll stall the drive. The field goal team will come out on the field. It's a 52-yard try for Fat Randy Bullock. The kick is up, and it is good down the middle. And so it is now 14-10, but still obviously not a good drive with the Scotty Pickens injury. It'll be interesting to see how the Titans are able to navigate without him on the offense. First play of the drive for Jacksonville. Lawrence goes downfield, and it is caught by Bryce Berry to the 46. Jacksonville's offense has been pretty much flawless today, just as Kansas City's was through the first quarter and a half. And this is the point of the game, at least last week, where Kansas City's offense started to slow down. So I'm kind of curious to see if Jacksonville gets the same fate. Trevor Lawrence loses a yard on the option, but unfortunately for Jacksonville, Alvin Kamara bruises his sternum. Not a long-term injury, but it's going to keep him out for the rest of this game. So both teams are now without their best offensive weapon. 2nd and 11, another dropped interception from Farley. He could have caught that one too. And that'll make it a 3rd and 11. Lawrence goes short, and it is caught, but a little bit shy of the first down marker by Bryce Berry III. Nice tackle by Farley. So the Jags are going to have an interesting 4th and 2 dilemma, and it looks like they're going to go for it. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to the fullback, and he will not get it. I think that was Michael Pierce who brought him down shy of the yard to gain, and so the Titans defense with a massive turnover on downs, which can hopefully give them a momentum and potentially help them take the lead. Another big run by Elijah Bryant to the 49 as Emmanuel Lugo, the young defensive tackle out of Arizona, is hurt for the Jaguars. Following play, Kalochi under pressure. He's about to get sacked, but instead he launches a dime for Quinn Crew, who catches it at the 35. We'll see if the Titans, now that they're moving down the field, can potentially take the lead, and they will not. Kalochi is intercepted by Javon Holland, and the Jags will get the ball back. That was a pretty terrible read, I can't lie. Treylon Burks was wide open, could have got a first down, but instead Romeo's hoping that Hot Rod can get some separation off of Javon Holland, and I think he could have, but Romeo threw the ball too soon. Holland was still stuck on Pryor, and he makes the play. So the Jaguars will get the ball back, and on the first play of the drive, it is intercepted. Cardell Simpson picks it off, and the Titans are going to get the ball right back. Cardell Simpson, all this guy did in college was pick off passes. He had 20 interceptions in his final 2 seasons at South Alabama, but this year he's had a hard time catching picks. He has not gotten an interception all season until right now. So the Titans are going to get the ball right back, and they will look to capitalize. Elijah Bryant brings it all the way to the 1. Bryant has been dominant here in the first half, and he makes another play. Down to around 20 seconds. Bryant is in for his second score of the game, along with the fact that he's already got around 100 all-purpose yards. And so Elijah Bryant basically single-handedly has put the Titans ahead, 17-14 late in the half. But the booth will look to review it. They're not sure if Bryant was tackled inside the end zone, so we'll take a look at the replay here. And that was pretty close, but they would ultimately reverse it. The Titans would then call a timeout to stop the clock, making it 2nd and goal from the 1. Kalochi looks to call an audible. He's going to switch it to a pass. He has Kyle Pitts open for the score, and now the Titans will take a 17-14 lead. They needed to score basically twice, but they do as Kyle Pitts punches it in. So it's 17-14 going into half. It's been a really exciting game so far. The Jaguars do start the ball in the second half. So this game really still could go either way. Can the Titans hold on and make it to the Super Bowl? Or will it be the Jaguars who are able to punch their tickets into Super Bowl 60? As we take a look at the NFC Championship game, which of course will be later today in Dallas, you've got the Cowboys who won the Super Bowl back in Season 2. They'll be going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Those two teams, of course, have more Super Bowl championships than anybody currently in the NFC, while these two teams, the Titans and the Jaguars, have never won a Super Bowl. They're both looking for their first ring. So as we go into the second half, this game is basically a coin flip. You can really go either way. The Titans have the lead. The Jaguars do start with the ball, but it really could go either way. I think we're going to need to be able to throw the ball. Romeo Kalochi, again, hasn't really looked like himself for the most part, but he has had some good throws. And then defensively, we got to stop Trevor Lawrence. So far, Goldilocks has been really good, and hopefully for the Titans, he does not have as strong of a second half. Here's James Robinson, gets it to the 41. Devontae Turner Jr. nearly read that screen perfectly before being met by blockers. Following play now for the Jaguars. Lawrence looks to throw it here. He will go short. It's caught by Cole Kmet, powering forward, and he will get the first down. The Jaguars appear to be moving the ball pretty well here on the opening drive of the third quarter. Following play now from the opposing 48. Lawrence looks to throw. It goes downfield. Has an open man. It's Bryce Berry who's pushed late out of bounds by Chidobe Awuzie. I'm surprised they didn't call that a late hit. The Titans are lucky that there was no flag. 3rd and 5 now from the 13. Lawrence looks to throw it. He's under a little bit of pressure looking for the end zone, and it is broken up in the secondary by Juan Thornhill. So that'll bring out the field goal team. Here is Matthew Wright. His kick is good, and we are knotted up at 17. The Titans are going to get the ball back on 2nd and 10. Elijah Bryant loses 3, wrapped up quickly by Chad Muma. Bryant was phenomenal in the first half, and so far so good, I guess, for the Jags in the second half. Short throw for Pryor on 3rd and 13 is quickly tackled by Muma as Bryce Huff is hurt on the play for the Jaguars. So they'll get it back. Tie game with a little over 4 minutes left to go in the third. Lawrence goes short on first down. It's caught by Allen Robinson. Hit hard by R.J. Robinson, but not before getting the first down. R.J. Robinson, of course, had himself a pretty good game last week with a pair of sacks against Kansas City. Here's Trevor Lawrence on the read option. Lit up at the 50 by Caleb Farley, but not before gaining 21 yards. Good run for T-Law. 2nd and 8. Pass is intercepted. Who else but Caleb Farley? He's going to do it again. Waltzing into the end zone for a touchdown. The Titans with a pick six will take the lead. Who else but Caleb Farley? A few weeks ago, I called him the unsung hero of the defense. Since then, he's had maybe the best string of performances from a corner that I have just about ever seen. Pay the man his money. So the Jags will return Trevor Lawrence with a giant scab on his arm. We'll see if that proves to be an issue for Jacksonville here nearing the end of the third quarter as they now trail by 7 after the pick six. Lawrence goes short. His pass is hauled in by Kendrick Bourne, who breaks the tackle from Farley before being wrapped up by Kevin Byard. Caleb Farley, as you can see there, in the zone after his pick six. Speaking of interceptions, that one was dropped by Chidobe Awuzie, but it was third down, and the Titans get the stop. So they'll get the ball back with the lead. 2nd and 10. Nice play by Treylon Burks to the 40. Lucky play there for Tennessee, and that'll wrap up the third. The Titans are 1 quarter away from advancing to Super Bowl 60. They've just got to hold on here in the fourth. They're up by 7. They had the ball. Life appears to be good. They can't choke this lead. They've choked way too many leads throughout the duration of the season, and that's a good start to the quarter. Quinn Crew with a gain of 29 yards, bringing Tennessee to the 31. 3rd down and 7 now. Romeo looks to throw it. He's going to go short, and it is intercepted. Deuce Johnson picks it off for the Jaguars. He gets by Kalochi. Johnson down the field, wrapped up all the way at the 17 by Hot Rod Pryor. Are you kidding me? The game has been completely turned on its side. Romeo's 2nd interception of the game, another really bad read. I don't know if he thought Elijah Bryant was going to be more open than that or what, but Deuce Johnson reads the play perfectly. He picks it off. He gets a big return, and now the Jaguars have a golden opportunity to tie the game. 2nd and goal, touchdown. Bryce Berry with the score as Udoka Akuchi, the young first-round offensive tackle out of Florida State, is hurt. So we're now tied at 24. Romeo leads his team back onto the field. Romeo Kalochi has not looked his best again today with 2 interceptions, including that really bad one on the last possession. Nice first down on 3rd and 5. It's Christian Watson who makes the play. The Titans are still in the driver's seat in a sense. Even if they don't have the momentum, they do have the ball. As on 3rd and 9, it's dropped by Pryor. I'm not sure if he would have got the first down, but another drop. Not good. And so now the Jaguars will get an opportunity to take the lead and potentially win the game. Can Trevor Lawrence lead his team down the field to potentially victory? And that is a good start for the Jags as Cole Kmet gains 20. Good play for Kmet. He was completely wide open on that throw. Following play now, Lawrence looks to throw it. Has time in the pocket, goes up the middle for a wide open man. It's Bryce Berry who gets it to the 50. All the Jaguars need is a field goal to take the lead. I'm sure they'd rather a little bit more than a field goal, though. Lawrence looks to throw it short. He connects with Kendrick Bourne, who gains 9. Clock is ticking. Only 2.5 minutes to go now. 2nd and 1. Handoff for James Robinson. He will get the first down, but barely as he's wrapped up by Devontae Turner Jr. From the 40 now. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Back to Robinson. He gets lit up by Asher Gonzalez. And so that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 24-24. Last week, the Titans went into overtime with the Chiefs with the same score, 24-24. Could it happen again as Robinson gets 2? Now a 3rd and 6. Tennessee's got to get a stop here. Handoff for Robinson, and he gets the first down. Are you kidding? James Robinson with a gain of 13. That was the biggest play of the game, and Tennessee blew it. Are they going to get another chance with the ball? They might not. The Jags are going to start to choose some clock as Robinson gains 4, and so the Titans are going to have to start burning their timeouts. That's their first. If the Jags can get a first down, they can realistically run the clock out and kick a field goal as time expires, not letting the Titans get the ball back. Robinson breaks a tackle and does not get the first down, making it a 3rd and inches. The Titans season is basically on the line right here. It's a handoff for Robinson, and he does not get it. Devontae Turner Jr. with the play of the season for Tennessee. He read the play perfectly. He busts through the middle of the line. Whoa, pause. And literally saves the Titans season. What a play from Devontae Turner Jr. And so that'll bring out the field goal team with a minute left on the clock as the Titans call their final timeout. Matthew Wright from 32 for the lead. That kick did not look great, but it does go through. And so it's now 27-24. The Jags tack on 3, but the Titans will have an opportunity to tie or potentially win the game. Romeo Colucci's biggest drive as an NFL quarterback is right here. Rocket Reddick hesitates on the return. I don't know why. And he will bring it out to the 24. All right, here we go. Romeo Colucci and the offense with 54 seconds and no timeouts. And the drive is off to a phenomenal start with Travis Talignan getting hurt on the kick return. So we already are really having a good start to the possession. The Titans are 76 yards away from the end zone and potentially winning the game, but all they would need is a field goal to tie, and we know Randy Bullock is Mr. Automatic. On first down, good start to the drive. It's caught by Burks, who gets out of bounds, but not before gaining 26. Huge play for the Titans, and now realistically, they're only around 15 yards away from field goal range. 48 seconds left after the clock stopped. Romeo looks to throw it. He has Kyle Pitts open, but the pass is incomplete. The throw is a little bit offline. There's Bullock warming up. Got to get realistically to around the 38. So the Titans are going to have to gain 12 yards in 40 seconds. That's more than enough time. And sure enough, on 2nd and 10, they get 11 yards. Kyle Pitts makes the play, and Tennessee will quickly spike it with 27 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10 after the spike. It's a play-action fake. I'm not sure why the Jags would expect a run, as Pryor catches it at the 27, and Tennessee will spike it with 11 seconds to go. So Tennessee's now in field goal range. They can go for the kick and try to tie the game, but I think 11 seconds is enough time to run a play and try to get this into the end zone. The Titans either got to throw it for the end zone or throw it away. You cannot let anybody get tackled in the field of play, or else the game is going to be over. So the Titans are probably going to have everybody go for the end zone, and Colucci will look to heave it up. Romeo will go deep for Burks, and it's tipped and nearly intercepted by Holland. That was close. With 6 seconds to go, there's no reason to risk it now. The Jaguars are going to call a timeout to try to ice the kicker, but Randy Bullock is automatic. He does not miss. This is his opportunity to tie the game from 44 yards and send us to overtime. Fat Randy Bullock's kick is on the way. It's going to be close, and he missed it. Oh my God, he missed it. Randy Bullock's kick goes off the crossbar, and that's how the game and season comes to an end. Randy Bullock does not miss kicks. He is literally Mr. Reliable, but the biggest kick of his career, he shanks it off the left crossbar. Are you kidding me? That kick looked close, and as you can see, it doinks off the crossbar, and with that, the game and the season is over. Trevor Lawrence will take the final kneel down, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to the Super Bowl. They defeat the Titans 27-24 with a game-missed field goal at the buzzer from Randy Bullock. Are you kidding? I cannot believe that ending. The Titans offense and Romeo had been very sporadic throughout the day, but they had a really good drive down the field. They more than perfectly positioned Bullock to drill the kick from 44. The only times that Randy has ever missed field goals in this series is because the kick has been too short, not ever because of accuracy. His accuracy has never been an issue, but with the biggest kick of his life, it's just inches off, and that is how the game and the season will come to a close. A heart-wrenching loss here for Tennessee. Once the field goal unit came out onto the field, I think we all knew this game was going into overtime, but he missed it. And I mean, we can't just blame Randy Bullock. If we had played better, we wouldn't have put ourselves in that position. But obviously, he does deserve quite a bit of the blame. Both quarterbacks were not really on their A game, especially with 2 turnovers each. Romeo Colucci, again, did not play his best. And I mean, it happens. It's a rookie quarterback, the playoff jitters, but he did not have 2 great playoff games. Elijah Bryant was really the only guy who was impressive on offense, and even he was quiet in the second half. I will say the pass blocking for us was good, but it was even better for them. Last week against the Chiefs, both teams were getting sacks at will. Today, there was only one total sack. We had plenty of turnovers, though. The pick 6 by Caleb Farley was huge, and then the Deuce Johnson interception might have been even bigger. If not for that interception, the Jags don't win this game, and then obviously Randy Bullock's missed kick from 44 yards out to loses the game. I mean, there's really not much else to say about it. Other than that, he missed the biggest kick of his life, and that is how the season is going to come to a close. As I said, we would not have had Scottie Pickens for the Super Bowl. We also would not have had Travis Tellignan, which is not as big of a deal. But it's not going to matter now that we are out of the playoffs in heart-wrenching fashion. Now I know what the Bears fans are feeling like with Cody Parkey, who missed the double doink. But the only difference is Randy Bullock is perfect. Cody Parkey isn't. And that was the wild card. This is the AFC Championship. The stakes are a little bit higher. So that's going to wrap up the episode. Certainly an unfortunate way to lose the game. Next time around, we will recap the season. I do want to get the NCAA Next Up season done first. So the next episode of this series probably won't be until sometime next week. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out. Tighten up.